Hello everyone, welcome to Business 205 or HR Management. My name is Neil Mayers. I'm going to be your teacher for the semester for this course. A couple of housekeeping things up front. First of all, the first thing I want everybody to do is, now that they're in Blackboard, I want you to go to the discussion board tab in Blackboard for this course. Go to the Let's Introduce Ourselves discussion forum and follow the instructions to give a brief introduction for your classmates. One point to let you know up front, make sure you have an image or a picture that you can share with your classmates so they can know you a little bit better. But that's the very first thing I'd like you to do. The goal for this class is I want you to make you all the informed, empathetic, and engaged HR managers that you would like to work with. HR is a challenging function in business because it has a tremendous both breadth of topics that one needs to be familiar with, as well as a great deal of depth within several of them that you're going to need to have a significant amount of expertise and knowledge in. So there's a lot of ground to cover in HR, and my goal is to make you the kind of empathetic HR manager we'd all like to work with. Just so you know, and this information here is also under faculty information on Blackboard. My office is in Culpeper at the Daniels Technology Center. It's in the annex over in room 7. That's my number, although I would tell you I don't use that phone or check the voicemail there. The best way to reach me, the best thing to do is to send me an email, and we can schedule time to talk at any time. Now, I will be in either on Mondays, either Stafford or at the Daniels Center between, say, 12 and 2. I have classes in those places. And Tuesdays, I'm going to be in Fredericksburg at the main campus because I have a class there. Then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, my office hours will be in Culpeper. But I can be reached for appointment at any time during the course of the week if you need to. Now, very briefly about my background. My background may be different than some of the other teachers you have here at other schools, in that I have a great deal of what I'll call practical business experience. After getting my MBA from the University of Rochester, I got it in 5 years instead of 6. I spent 5 years at Kraft as a brand manager. That was like extending my education for another 5 years. A wonderful learning experience, and I think brand manager in a company like that's the best job in that company. You get to be the CEO of your business, the chief marketing officer, and you get to use other people's money doing it. And so it's wonderful, but it was a great learning experience. After that, I spent 7 years with Cadbury Schweppes. The last couple, I was the marketing manager for Cadbury Beverages in Canada. So I had international experience as well. Prior to coming to starting my own business, I also had, when I came to Virginia, I spent 5 years as vice president of sales and marketing for a company called RUS, which was a $300 million a year industrial services company where I had responsibility for a sales force of about 150 people. I've had my own HR consulting business for the past 16 years as well, and have been very fortunate that I've had a very diverse set of experiences. I've developed advertising, I've managed call centers, I've developed packaging, I've been involved with acquisitions and divestitures, had a very broad array of experiences that I look forward to sharing with you all over the course of the semester. Now, the course is really going to be broken, if you go through the textbook, into 5 basic things. The first is the kind of an overview section. I'll give you an idea of the environment. It's going to give you some definitions. It's going to talk about trends and what's going on with HR and what's changing today and what's going to be changing in the future. From there, we're going to talk about the second section, the talent acquisition and development. And there's nothing more important in a corporation, any HR, than having the right people. Any HR policy you set is only going to work as well as the people you've got to work with it. So it's going to be, how do you do the right kind of planning and placement of talent within an organization? Part 3 would be then, once you've got the people in place, maximizing performance, providing incentives for additional efforts, and then lastly talk about process issues like unions and international HR planning. Now, where things are, you are going to live, for the most part, in the weekly homework modules sections in Blackboard. There will be very few reasons for you to use any other tabs on that Blackboard shell. What will be in there will be the reading that you're going to be responsible for. The homework that you're responsible for will be in there as well. And I would point out, on discussion boards, You don't have to go into the discussion board tab on Blackboard. You will be able to get to the discussion that we're working on from the weekly module. The other things that are in there, there will be another tab for tests and quizzes. There will be 4 quizzes and a final. That will be in the tests and quizzes tab you see on the left-hand side. And other things that will be in there important, of course, the syllabus is in there right above the weekly modules. There is a tab in there called Presentation Help. Many of the assignments you will have a total of 10 assignments that will involve a PowerPoint presentation of some type or another. If you are not familiar with it, or even if you are, I strongly urge you to take a look at the Presentation Help tab on Blackboard. It gives you some great tips and tools for how to design an effective PowerPoint presentation. You'll see faculty info, which will give you information on me, as well as a tab on Blackboard Help. Now, every week you're going to go into the weekly module, and that's what's going to give you. So first of all, you're going to see right there, that's the module you're in. The first thing you're going to see within the module is reading. It's going to tell you what chapter in the book to read. There will be 1 or 2 homeworks assigned each week. There will either be a presentation that's going to be due, and then typically within this, what I will say, shell, you will have a instructions of what this assignment is. You will have some videos or reading, generally videos to take a look at that will give you some good background information, kind of help you drill down, and then it will explain to you what it is you're looking for. So there might be a discussion board, which you would access from that. There might be a presentation, but both of those things are going to be right there in the weekly module. Don't need to go anyplace else. Note, the weekly module assignments are due Sunday night at midnight. So when Monday morning rolls around and we're on to a new module, all the homeworks are due at midnight the night before. Textbooks. The textbook is Fundamentals of HR Management by No. We're using the 7th edition. I've had people say to me, if I found the 6th edition, the one on the left-hand side, is that okay? That's fine. You do definitely need a textbook for this class. You do not need a Connect code from McGraw-Hill. I also don't care what format you get in. If you want a hard copy, that's fine. If you want loose leaf, that's fine. If you want an ebook, that's fine. I realize that some of you will be limited because of financial aid. You may need to go to the bookstore. If you do not, there are lots and lots of places to get textbooks less expensively. I don't care where you get the textbook, but I will give you a hint that quizzes and tests will be done at home in their open book, and it's kind of hard to take advantage of an open book test if you don't have the book. How I grade, just kind of a quick overview. The quizzes will be 30% of your grade. There will be 4 worth 75 each. Homework, there's going to be 10 presentations and 10 discussion boards, each worth 25 points. Final exam will be worth 20% of your grade. And of course, the grade center will be out of 1,000 points. 900 or more gets you an A, 800 to 899 B, etc., etc. The PowerPoint presentations will not be long, 4 to 6 pages each typically, and you'll get instructions on how to do them. Discussion board, this is important. The discussion board, to get full credit, you need to make a 150-word post on the topic that we've discussed, or that's discussed in the homework section. In addition, for full credit, you need to provide 2 25-word replies to 2 of your classmates as well. So it's your 150-word post initially, and then replying in comments to 2 of your classmates. Of course, and I've never really had an issue with this, but our replies and comments will be respectful and supportive. Now, what to expect from me. I'm going to share with you the results of a class survey that was done a couple of years ago. I would tell you that I get participation in these surveys that are generally well above school averages. And I will tell you that, first of all, of the 15 people that took this test, 12 of the 15 said that they had to put a lot of work into this course, either a huge amount or a lot. But I'll also tell you at the same time, 15 out of 15 said they learned a lot, and 15 out of 15 said that they were treated fairly and consistently. So the message I would take away from this, you're going to get a lot out of this course. You're going to have to put a lot into it, but you're going to get a lot out of it. Lastly, I wish you the best of luck. I look forward to working with you all over the next semester. Best way to reach me, I check emails several times a day. Best way to reach me is that way. Good luck, and let me know if you have any questions.